Alright guys, what's going on? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. So I guess I should start right from the beginning of how this ended up happening. So, okay, so if you watch my previous video, you'll see, or you'll know, and you'll actually see it in the very beginning, you'll see that I got some stick shift going on from my Xbox One Elite controller. And long story short, it ended up getting worse and worse, and it just kept on screwing up my aim. It was like somebody was moving my stick even though I didn't want it to move or whatnot. It was just all over the place. Micromanaging had to go up the wazoo in order for me to get a kill and stuff like that. It just wasn't steady at all. So anyway, and everybody knows how difficult the times are, especially with finances. And again, with my Xbox One Elite controller, that sucker will cost anywhere from $130 to, I don't know, if you get the new one, it's like $180 plus tax or something like that. So, I mean, I would turn the old one in, I'd get like $50 to $60 worth credit for it, or whatever the deal is. But long story short, I would still be spending a ton of money on something new, right? And granted, at the same time, it wouldn't be available right away because the stores are closed, GameStop's closed, so I'd have to order it online, yada, yada, yada. But anyway, moving on, the thing is that I basically, after troubleshooting on the Elite controller, trying to fix it, messing around with the dead zones and the settings and all that kind of stuff, I basically said, hey Jack, quit being a pussy and just throw on a regular PS4 controller, change the settings to stick and move, not bumper jumper, stick and move, just like you did during the Black Ops 3 days when you had your regular Xbox One controller before you bought the Elite controller, and see how you like it on PS4. And lo and behold, we're getting gameplays like this, simply because of the fact that, well, I'm not necessarily trying to tell you guys to pay attention to the score, because I always like to post games that have good score unless there's something unique going on or unless there's good players or whatnot, and I post one of those. But I want you to to try to pay attention to aim, because that's one of the things that quickly, like, it became very apparent that I was aiming better, and I couldn't quite understand why. And I came down to the conclusion, I did figure out why, and that is because that, well, first of all, when you think about it, what does everybody keep on asking whenever it comes to their aim? What is everybody always curious about, wondering about? Well, what do some of these best gameplay pub stars on YouTube or whatnot, or even the pro players, what are they asked in terms of their controller? Sensitivity, right? And all that kind of stuff. Settings, sensitivity, you name it, right? Well, I am here to tell you that if you want your aim to be better, there's something else you have to take into consideration as well, and I didn't really think about it too much up until literally today. And mind you, I haven't played Call of Duty up until yesterday again. So it's been a month before that. So long story short, I was also rusty because I haven't played in a while. I've been playing a lot of single player games. So, but the thing is that the other part that you have to take into account is how tight and sensitive the sticks are. And that doesn't necessarily mean sensitivity in terms of like how you, in terms of movement sensitivity, like horizontal and vertical. No. And we're not talking about dead zones either. And I even messed with those on the app, on the Elite controller app, and that didn't seem to do any good either, because it just kept on messing up my aim. So the thing is, we're talking about how tight the controller is in terms of how much pressure you have to use with your thumbs to move it to the left or move it to the right. Now, I know this sounds like sensitivity, but it's not exactly. We're talking about how much pressure it takes to move the stick. And for those of you guys that have both consoles, you will know that the Xbox One controllers, now the Elite controller is a little bit tighter. In other words, you have to apply a little bit more pressure in order to get the sticks to move than the standard Xbox controller. But long story short, they're loose. The Xbox One controller is loose, and the Elite controller is loose as well, even though it's a little bit tighter, which is one of the things I liked about it. But with the PS4 controller is actually tighter. It requires more pressure in order for you to move it. And despite the fact that I don't really necessarily like where the controllers are placed, down below in the center, right next to each other, I will actually say that because of how much pressure it takes to move the sticks, the result is that my aim has gotten better. Like once I snap on the target, I'm basically there, and I don't have to micromanage. Or like when I'm done shooting, you don't always see me. You don't always see my aim going off the target or whatnot. The gunfight starts at the target and ends with the target for the most part, and it's very consistent. And I feel more control than I have in quite a long time. And to take it even a step further, and again, this is not me being cocky or whatnot. This is just me, you know, being telling you how I feel, and I will continue to keep it real in that aspect, whether it's about this or whether it's about other aspects of Call of Duty or life in general, whatever I decide to talk about. And the thing is right now with my new foundings, so to speak, with the controller in terms of how I feel and the amount of control that I have and how my muscle memory along with my thumbs like the amount of resistance that it takes to move the PS4 controller, I actually have to say that not only am I more confident than I've been in quite a long time, if not ever, on with the sticks in terms of my aim, I will actually say that in addition, I will say, and again, I'm humble, not cocky at all, I could say that I think that I can aim with some of the better Call of Duty PubStar YouTubers out there. I think I could compete with their level of aim, so to speak, at this point. And I think with more time, I think it's only going to get better. So one of the things that I've learned is that I really need to think about, like in terms of the controller, the sticks being tight is something that is really something you have to take into account. And there's only a matter of time. I don't know if the new Xbox Elite controller, the Series 2, whatever it's called, I don't know if that is customizable, but one of the things that makes the absolute difference with my experience, and I've been playing for a long time, is just how much resistance it takes to move the sticks. And to this day, I'd probably say the best controller that I've ever used overall is probably the Xbox 360 controller. It's a better overall controller than the Xbox One controller, in my opinion. God knows what changes will happen with the new Xbox Series X controller, but it doesn't look like there's gonna be much of a difference, except the fact that, well, I want them to be a little bit more. What's the term? I want the sticks to be tighter, but it's not all about me. I wish there were ways to customize that. But I don't know, maybe there already are, and it's just you have to go through extremes to do it, whether it's by calling Scuff Gaming or by your own means, or just I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know what specifically goes into that, and I don't even know if the Xbox Series 2 Elite controllers are capable of even doing such a thing from an app alone. But with that being said, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised and very happy about my recent findings. And no, this is not me turning into a Sony pony, and I'm not even a Microsoft. What do they call us? Microsoft fanboys or whatever? I don't know. But the thing is, if you've been watching my channel for long enough, I'm neither of those. I actually I enjoy both consoles, which is one of the reasons why I have both consoles. Again, because of YouTube and my interest in pursuing YouTube or whatnot, I basically have both consoles because I originally wanted to play with more people, and I could, at the same time, I could compare how one version of Call of Duty plays to the other, and yeah, so. And of course, I wanted to play with as many of you as possible, and I know most of you probably have a PlayStation that watch my stuff. But with that being said, granted, things have changed because of everything that's going on. Overall, with my findings, I'm glad that I didn't have to spend a damn penny, and that I'm actually able to aim like this. And the thing is, I'm very happy. So sometimes, guys, sometimes it's not all about getting that special controller. Granted, when I got the Elite controller, it wasn't even about the sticks. It was about the paddles. But with the way the resistance on these sticks are, and with the stick and move, I don't have that same kind of problem with stick and move that I did back during the Xbox One days, simply because of the sensitivity of how much pressure it takes to move those sticks. So anyway, guys, I hope that helped you to a certain degree. So whenever the new consoles come out, that might be something else you want to look into as well. And we'll see what Sony and Microsoft have in store. And yeah, and if that seems to be a problem for you, then I guess you have to find a way in order to make those sticks tighter, so that way your aim is a little bit better. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. Thank you very much for watching. I just wanted to kind of share this with you. I was really excited about it, and I just wanted to share it with you. And I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. And are you able to tell the difference? I know I am, and I know I could feel it. But just from seeing it alone on screen here, let me know if you could tell. And that's it, guys. That's all I got. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.